In this video, we're going to learn how to share our 3-minute testimony. And I want you to go ahead and grab a piece of paper and you can draw this out. So at the top of your page, you're going to write this. There was a time in my life when ... And then you're going to put a cross here, have an arrow on this side and an arrow on this side of the cross. So 3 parts to your testimony: before you began following Jesus, how you came to know Jesus, to surrender your life to him, and then what change has he brought about in your life as you've followed him. And so this is a 3-minute testimony. So when you're thinking about your testimony, you're going to have about a minute for your life before Christ, a minute for how you came to follow Jesus, and then another minute for how he has changed your life. So below this, you can just have a couple blank spaces here, and you can write a little bit of what your life was like before Christ. Maybe just a few words, just to maybe you're very religious but still far from God, or maybe you're looking to drugs and alcohol to satisfy, or money or success, whatever it was for you. Write some of what that is in your life, and then how you came to faith, and then how your life has been changed. And then at the bottom, you're going to write this question: do you have a story like that? And this is a really key question. We're wanting to engage them, to ask them to think about their own life, and has God changed them or their religion in any way? Do they have a story like this? It invites further interaction. So let me just show you, what this could look like. Maybe you say you were very religious growing up. I think I spelled that wrong, but you're very religious, but you're still far from God. But then you heard the gospel and you found that it was, there's relationship in Christ. You surrendered to him. A friend, shared with you the gospel. And now you have joy and you have purpose in life. You have this deep relationship that gives you peace with Christ. And so let me just demonstrate what this could look like for you. There was a time in my life when, I was really religious. I grew up in a religious family, always going to church or always going to Catholic Mass and doing all the right things, trying to be really good and live this perfect life. But really, I was far from God, and I was distant, and I knew that I couldn't live perfectly. But one day, a friend of mine shared with me about how Jesus came, not just so we could be religious, but actually so that I could have a relationship with him. And he lived this perfect life that I couldn't live. And he died on the cross for my sin so that I could know him and be forgiven. And I surrendered my life to Jesus. And since then, I've had this deep relationship with Jesus where I know him and he speaks to me, and I have joy and purpose. I even have peace in my life that I've never felt before. So, do you have a story like that? So, there's your 3-minute testimony. Go ahead, write out this diagram, and then I want you to go ahead and fill it out and practice sharing your 3-minute testimony.